Eve was created by Jehovah God as the first woman and the counterpart to the first man, Adam. According to Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, Jehovah observed that it was not good for the man to continue alone, and resolved to create a helper for him. Eve was formed from one of Adam's ribs while he was in a deep sleep. Genesis chapter 2 verses 21 to 22. Her creation symbolizes a bond of unity and companionship between husband and wife. The fact that she was created from Adam's rib rather than from the ground, as Adam was, is interpreted as signifying her complementary role, not one of inferiority or subservience. God's mandate to Adam and Eve was clear. They were to be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, and have in subjection the fish of the sea and the flying creatures of the heavens and every living creature that is moving on the earth. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. This directive gave Eve a key role as both a nurturer and a co-worker in caring for the earth and its inhabitants. Life in Eden. Eve lived with Adam in the Garden of Eden, a paradise designed for their pleasure and sustenance. They enjoyed perfect health, harmonious relationships with animals, and direct communication with Jehovah. In this idyllic setting, Jehovah placed the tree of the knowledge of good and bad and commanded Adam and Eve not to eat from it, warning that doing so would lead to death. Genesis chapter 2 verses 16 to 17. This tree symbolized God's authority and the importance of obeying his laws. The temptation and fall. Eve's pivotal role in human history is often associated with the events leading to humanity's fall into sin. In Genesis chapter 3, a serpent, identified in Revelation chapter 12 verse 9 and 20-2 as Satan, approached Eve. The serpent questioned God's command, suggesting that eating the forbidden fruit would not result in death but would instead make her, like God, knowing good and bad. Enticed by the prospect of gaining wisdom and independence, Eve ate the fruit and then gave some to Adam, who also ate. This act of disobedience marked a turning point in human history. Eve's decision to eat the fruit and encourage Adam to do the same showed a lack of faith in Jehovah's guidance. According to Jehovah's Witnesses, this act introduced sin and imperfection into the world, resulting in the suffering and mortality that all humans experience today. Romans chapter 5 verse 12. Consequences of disobedience. As a result of their sin, Adam and Eve were expelled from the Garden of Eden and denied access to the tree of life, ensuring their eventual death. Genesis chapter 3 verses 22 to 24. Jehovah pronounced specific judgments on Eve. She would experience increased pain in childbirth, and her relationship with her husband would be marked by a struggle for authority. Genesis chapter 3 verse 16. These judgments underscored the far-reaching consequences of their disobedience. Legacy and redemption. While Eve's actions had profound implications for humanity, Jehovah's Witnesses emphasize that her story is not without hope. The promise in Genesis chapter 3 verse 15 foretold the eventual defeat of Satan and the redemption of mankind through the offspring of a woman. Jehovah's Witnesses understand this offspring to be Jesus Christ, whose life and sacrifice made it possible for humans to regain the perfection lost by Adam and Eve. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 21 to 22. Eve's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of straying from Jehovah's guidance and relying on human reasoning. Her life highlights the importance of obedience, trust in God, and the consequences of sin. At the same time, it points to Jehovah's overarching purpose to restore humanity to perfection through his kingdom. Insights from Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses often reflect on Eve's story in their publications, such as The Watchtower and Awake. They use her example to discuss topics like the importance of maintaining faith, resisting temptation, and recognizing the role of women in God's purpose. They also emphasize that Eve, like all humans, will benefit from Jesus' ransom sacrifice and have the opportunity for resurrection and restoration in God's new world. John chapter 5 verses 28 to 29. Contemporary lessons. Jehovah's Witnesses encourage adherents to learn from Eve's choices by cultivating qualities like humility, obedience, and faith. Her story is used to illustrate the dangers of succumbing to pride and the importance of trusting in Jehovah's sovereignty. By examining Eve's role in the Bible, Jehovah's Witnesses gain a deeper appreciation for Jehovah's purpose for humanity and the hope of everlasting life in a restored paradise. Please subscribe.